All right, today we're going to break down a single, really powerful AI prompt. It's designed to do just one thing, but do it incredibly well. Help you make your very first dollar online using the skills you already have. Let's dive in. You see this everywhere, right? The big, shiny goal for any online business seems to be making $10,000 a month. That's the number everyone's chasing, the dream that promises you can quit your job and work from a beach somewhere. But before you can even think about $10,000 a month, you have to get to this, $1. Just one. Seems kind of tiny, almost laughable compared to the big goal, doesn't it? Well, this is actually where most people fail. Seriously. The real challenge isn't figuring out how to scale to thousands of dollars. It's just getting over that first hurdle, the doubt, the fear, the inertia, to earn that very first dollar. It's a mental game more than anything else. So let's call this what it is, the first dollar challenge. It's that huge feeling gap between having an idea in your head and actually having a real person give you money for it. The biggest thing you have to overcome is proving to yourself that it's even possible. And this really just says it all. Earning that first buck isn't really about the money. It's about building trust in yourself. It's the tangible proof you need to actually believe that those bigger goals are even in the realm of possibility for you. Okay, so that's the problem. But here's the really cool part. An AI-powered solution. We're going to look at a prompt that's specifically built to slice through all the usual roadblocks, the complexity, the need to learn new skills, the endless overthinking, by just focusing on what you already know how to do. This is the exact mission you give the AI. And look at those keywords, fastest, simplest, and the real game changer, skills I already have. This isn't about you going and learning a whole new career. It's about putting a price tag on what you can already do. Now, these rules are the absolute secret sauce. They force the AI to laser focus. One idea only is brilliant because it stops you from getting analysis paralysis. No passive income and no complex tech are there to cut out the biggest time sucks and distractions. The entire point is to solve a real, urgent problem and get to that first transaction as fast as humanly possible. So this all sounds good in theory, but what does it actually look like? Let's run a test. We'll use a super relatable job. Let's say we tell the AI, my job is a 6th grade math teacher, and see what it cooks up. And boom, here it is, an emergency math rescue session. Think about it, a 30-minute, live, one-on-one help session for a student who has a big test tomorrow. It's incredibly specific, it's urgent, and it perfectly uses the skills the teacher already has. The business model here is just crystal clear. The problem? It's urgent and painful. Your kid has a fractions test tomorrow and you have no idea how to help them. The customer? The parent, who is probably freaking out a little. And here's the key insight, which is so true. When a parent is in a panic about their kid's education, they are not shopping around for the best deal. They need help, and they need it now. Okay, so the AI gave you a great idea. Now what? You're not left hanging. It then lays out a dead simple 3-step battle plan to turn that idea into an actual offer that someone can pay you for. And the process is just beautiful in its simplicity. First, you just check if people actually want this thing. Second, you create the most stripped-down, basic version of the offer you can imagine. And third, you use the simplest, easiest tech possible to get it done and get paid. That's it. For step 1, validation, it literally gives you the script. You don't build a website, you don't design a logo, you don't do anything. You just ask. You post this simple question to see if any real people bite. It's the lowest risk market research you could ever do. And you can post this pretty much anywhere parents hang out online. Local Facebook groups for your town or school are absolute gold for this. And remember, the goal isn't to get 100 clients. You just need one single person to raise their hand and say, oh my gosh, yes, I need that. That's all the proof you need. The moment you get that yes, you're on to step 2, the minimal offer. It's not some 6-week course or a fancy ebook. It is a 30-minute Zoom call. And you price it low, say $20. The goal is just to make it a total no-brainer for that first person to say yes and pay you. And that brings us to the tech step 3. This is where people get so tangled up. On the right, you see the complex way, websites, funnels, payment gateways, all that stuff. Forget that. We're on the left. We use Zoom. We get paid with Venmo or Cash App. We schedule with Google Calendar. Why? Because our goal is simple. Get paid. We're not trying to build an empire today. And this all comes back to a really crucial mindset shift. This whole thing is about getting proof, not getting perfect. And I mean it when I say that first dollar is way more valuable than your first thousand. What you're building here is a proof of concept. That's it. The goal is not the income. It's the proof. It's the undeniable evidence that a stranger out there on the internet is willing to give you their hard-earned money in exchange for your knowledge. That $20 transaction is worth $1 million in confidence. And this might be the single most liberating piece of advice you'll ever hear. Stop trying to build the business you're going to retire on with your very first offer. So many people get paralyzed by that pressure. This approach frees you from it. Just focus on one thing. Make $1. The rest can come later. So I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. Forget the big, complicated business plans for a minute. Just based on the job you have right now, what's the simplest possible service you could offer somebody to make your very first dollar online?